You know, one thing that we definitely have to share with each other is how fast the world is taking off. Just a minute ago, we got all of our information from the radio. You know, our parents, I ain't gonna say that, we not at all. But just a minute ago, it was all about radio. Next thing you know, it's all about TV. And this brother that I got right here is gonna let you know about the next generation of where our world is going to go. Please put your hands together for my brother, Blogzworth. Morris!
It's good, appreciate that, dude. First, I want to thank Chloe Lawrence, for putting this wonderful event together, men talking, and I want to talk to you guys about a revolution. I want to talk to you guys about a revolution. How many people in here have Facebook? How many people in here have been on Facebook before, know what it is? What about Twitter, social media? How many people know that? So let's talk about social media and what exactly social media is. You got sites like Facebook, you got sites like Twitter, but what are they? What are they used for? And how can they help us in our everyday life? So I like to talk about social media in 3 C's. 3 C's, like triple C's, like Rick Ross. Connection, community, and communication. That's what social media is for. It's connection, community, and communication, right? So let's start with connection. We are now being connected to a world wide web at instantaneous speeds. You can send a message to your mom, your friends, with the click of a button. And you see, I got my notes on my cell phone, But that's the type of world that we're living in now, and I need everybody to be aware of that. That's how our kids are talking to each other. That's how families connect. Twitter is a good example. Twitter is a social networking site. It started for parents to know where their child is at all times. So I write a message to my son, who we all know is on their cell phone, right? So I know where that child is 24/7, right? But the problem in our communities are we don't know how to use these social media networks correctly. You watch TV, you watch people in different countries like Egypt who use social media for revolutions. They use social media to change the world and to change how the world views them. And I want to make this concept aware to us in our black communities. We can use Facebook, right? Remember the community part? Rodney talked about community. We can use Facebook to create communities of people with like agendas, right? People who, want to help the city of Richmond, right? People who want to help their people. We can create these groups ourselves, and it's about the resources. Now the resource is the internet. That's all you need, right? And you can actually start the process of changing the world. I want to share with you guys some facts about the 3 C's. Let's always remember social media and the 3 C's: communication, community, and connection. And then there's an apostrophe for speed, 3 C's, right? There are 25% of all people on the internet are connected to social media websites. Black, white, Chinese, men, women, everybody are connected through these social media websites. And we need to understand this, right? And I want to share with you the one main problem with social media. Everybody talks about how it's changing social interaction between people. The one main problem that I want everybody to become aware of is privacy. Once you realize that nothing on the internet is private, you can start to use the internet to benefit our communities, benefit yourself, your own life, benefit your business, right? Privacy. Know that your Facebook page is another extension to you in the real world. So understand that the person that you're portraying on the internet is the person that people see in the real world, whether or not you believe it or not. It's a story. It's a time I spent in New York, and I had a friend of mine who, was always on Twitter, talking to her friends on Twitter, and she was interacting with this young man on Twitter, and his tweets were, he was talking about this girl and how he met this girl and how he was going to get this girl and wife her up and all this other crazy stuff. Somebody else on Twitter who was following him caught wind that he was talking to this girl. Now all of a sudden we got a beef, we got Twitter beef, right? Now, 3 days later, this young man ends up dead. He ends up dead because of something that he wrote on Twitter. Something that he wrote on a social media website. Not even saying in real life, you know, he might not even have said it out his mouth. All he did was type it. And somebody took him for his word on Twitter and killed him because of a girl. These are the type of things that we need to be aware of when it comes to social media. You know, and I'm not going to make this a long conversation, but I want to talk about business. I want to talk about how social media can help us make money. This is what I want to talk about. Okay, so let's create a business right now. We got a barbershop that we just opened up on the south side, right? Imagine a barbershop where your employees are always connected to your consumers, right? You got the barbers talking to their clients on Twitter, you know, putting pictures of the edge up, of their new edge up, fresh edge up, online so everybody can see it. We are now in an age where the consumer is your best friend, right? The 3 C's, community, connection, and communication. You can now create a community of your consumer. You can now connect to your consumer with a click of a button. You can now communicate the things that you want to communicate and how you can make money to your consumer, how your job can benefit them, you know? And it's all in the new age that we're living in. How many people here, if they had a business, would want to be able to connect with their consumer at all times, communicate, right, and create a community? How many people? Raise your hand. Everybody. Now, here's a couple stats. 50% of the population in America is under the age of 30. And this is how we communicate. You know, this is how we communicate. 48% of people on Facebook say they'd rather communicate on Facebook than in real life. But this is nothing to be scared of. You just have to be aware of the changes that the world is coming in and be able to adjust your life socially to a life on the internet. My name is Blogzworth. My website is blogzworth.com. If you guys have any questions on how you can create a social marketing plan for your business to take off on the internet, please hit me up. You know, I had somebody hit me up who made vintage lamps. She wanted to take her vintage lamp company to the next level, right? So I talked to her about creating a website where people can buy your vintage lamps in China. They might not even know you exist. But you create a website, you market it the right way on the internet, you will be selling vintage lamps to Chinese people who don't even know who you are. And cheap, too. Cheap. You know, a regular ad on Google, $2 to $3 for an ad that if I search your keyword, if I search Southside Richmond haircuts, your company automatically pops up. That's the biggest question. How do I get my website? How do I get my name on the top of Google so everybody can find it? There's strategies to do it. And we can take our businesses to the next level. Before I get out of here, all I want to say is that everybody in this room has the capability of being and doing whatever they want to do. It all begins with your thoughts. It all begins with a burning desire to create anything you want to manifest. You know, so just keep that in mind as we grow and as we start to raise the generation X and Y, the 50% of the U.S. population. This is the next generation. We are internet kids. This is what we do. So just embrace it. Be aware of the negative aspects of it, and everything, you know, will be great. All right, y'all.
Blogzworth. Yes, sir. Hey, make some